मेरे पीछे रिवर वॉक है जो कि डाउनटाउन सैन एंटोनियो में है, टेक्सास यूएसए में। ये वाटरवे है जो कि ऑलमोस्ट 15 माइल्स की है, 25 किलोमीटर्स की। यहाँ मैं लास्ट ईयर भी आया था। 5 किलोमीटर्स ऑलमोस्ट इसके डाउनटाउन में है, बाकी ये सिटी का एरिया है जो कि ये वाटरवे चलती है। काफ़ी प्यारी है। अभी अंदर चलते हैं और यहाँ बोट भी लेते हैं, गाइडेड टूर है वो लेते हैं। यहाँ टेक्सास का वेदर बहुत हॉट है। ये स्टेयर्स हैं, यहाँ से नीचे जाते हैं। लिफ्ट पे सारा रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं, सिटिंग एरिया है। और ये ब्रिज के नीचे बोट्स हैं। कन्वेंशन सेंटर भी है लेफ्ट पे। पानी की हल्की हल्की साउंड आ रही है, तो यहाँ से आ रही है। सामने की स्टैचू है, काफ़ी ह्यूज है। फाइनली मैं ऑलमोस्ट वहाँ आ गया हूँ जहाँ से गाइडेड टूर्स चलते हैं। यहाँ ये पिक्चर भी लेते हैं। अभी हम ऑन बोर्ड होने लगे हैं। अभी थोड़ी देर में बोट चलेगी। अभी हम वेट कर रहे हैं कि ये फुल हो जाए।
Here on this river, I call myself a WBW, a woman behind the wheel. And I know that scares you gentlemen on the boat right now. I can see it in your eyes. But you know what, guys? It scares the ladies too. So I gotta promise you, ladies and gentlemen, as a woman behind this wheel, I promise you right now that I'm not gonna get lost. We're gonna come right back here. I don't get lost on this ride because every day on this ride, all I do is circles. And you paid to go on a boat ride in a circle. I love circles too. But in this circle, I talk about history, I talk about food, I talk about shopping. And I'm so sorry, gentlemen, when I talk about shopping, there's no refund on the tour. No refund, lo siento, lo siento. We do have rules, though, to keep you safe. The first rule on the boat is staying seated. Don't stand up. Weekends and on holidays. And that's why I love the holiday weekends. They're great. But not just people in the river. Down below you right now are the little bitty creatures. These creatures are only about this big. And they're called cell phones. Every year we drain this river, every year we clean this river, once a year in January. And last January we cleaned the river and found 1,100 cell phones. That's 1,100 cell phone fishies in the river, and that's a lot. So keep all the body parts and all the belongings inside the boat for the next 2 miles. And that's the best news. You don't have to walk 2 miles. You just have to sit on a boat, relax, and listen to me gossip. And I'm gonna gossip, because I'm a woman behind a wheel. That's right, I'm gonna gossip. Now I gotta tell you, this here to our right is the mall. And I know y'all know that's the mall because that's where I picked you up. But here to our right on the other side of that wall is the mall that was built in 1988, the River Center Mall. And that mall was built in the 80s, and only in the 80s in San Antonio are we going to build a mall next to the Alamo. Only in the 80s, we wouldn't do that today, no way. But in the 80s, we also built a mall around a church. And this church is still standing here to our right-hand side. In between the trees, you're going to see the steeple of St. Joseph's. That up there is our first German Catholic Church of San Antonio. That's not Protestant, that's old school German Catholic from 1868. And we've got a lot of Germans in the state of Texas. San Antonio has bunches and bunches of crowds. I should know, I'm one of them. But why? Why are the Germans here in a Spanish city 200 years ago? It is because of that religion up above. They're here for religious purposes. And why do the Germans get rich? They turn it into beer, cerveza. And beer, cerveza turns into money, dinero, sometimes gold. With all that beer money here, the Germans got rich, they had a country club, and they built mansions. These mansions are still standing 200 years later. Just 5 blocks south of where you're sitting is the oldest neighborhood in the state of Texas. 5 blocks south is the King William District or the 𝗙𝐼𝐵𝐵 District. And 5 blocks south, that's where my mom dragged me when I was 8 years of age. When I was a little girl, my mom wanted me to sing in a German choir. And doesn't that sound like fun for an 8-year-old? To sing about beer. Germans sing about beer a lot. After church on a Sunday, my choir sings about beer. After about beer. Here it goes. In 𝐚𝐭𝐜𝐡 𝐌𝐨𝐫𝐿, darum, dass wir das hier. Oh no, now you're looking at me like I have a horn growing out of my forehead. So I'm going to translate this song into English, and if you know this song, please sing along. I love it, here it goes. In heaven, there is no beer, that's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, all our friends will be drinking all our beer. That's a sad song. No malo, no beer in heaven. If we go to heaven, I really hope there are churros and ice cream for us. It is the 𝐚𝐭𝐜𝐡 Hotel. In the year 1968, this hotel was built in a record of 202 days. In less than 8 months, this giant hotel was made. I'm not really impressed that this hotel was made in 8 months, because everybody on the boat was made in 9 months. And y'all are way cuter, especially you in that little orange dress in the front. You're way cuter than that hotel. I mean, look at you and look at that. That hotel looks basic. And basically, it's a modular structure, and that's why it looks so simple. All those rooms above you, they were not built here. They were built in a factory 9 miles away. 9 miles away in this factory, the rooms were fully furnished with all the furniture, too. Then they brought the rooms downtown to stack them on top of each other like lakes. That's our 𝐴𝐵𝐿 Hotel, or the Palace on the River. Coming up is 𝗷𝐵𝐴𝐸𝐸. 𝗷𝐵𝐴𝐸𝐸 means in Spanish little village. This is our first neighborhood, our first barrio of San Antonio. This is where the Spanish first built their homes in the city in 1721. But now in 𝗷𝐵𝐴𝐸𝐸, they're hiding something behind the restaurant. You can feel that shopping. The shopping feels good. And I'm here to corrupt you. There's lots of shopping here in 𝗷𝐵𝐴𝐸𝐸. I'm going to love it. You're going to love it too. But here in 𝗷𝐵𝐴𝐸𝐸, we've got the Arneson River stage. And if you're my age, you might recognize this stage from a movie from 25 years ago. A comedy movie called 𝗙𝐸𝐴 Congeniality starring Sandra Bullock. 90% of that movie was filmed in San Antonio in the year 2000. And this stage here to our right was used in the swimsuit competition. Rewatch the movie 𝗙𝐸𝐴 Congeniality, you'll see the stage here to our right, and you'll see the 5 bells behind the stage in the movie. Those 5 bells behind the stage, they represent San Antonio's 5 Taco Bells. I'm just messing with you, because here in this big city, we've got 23 Taco Bells, 23. What those 5 bells do mean to me are 5 missions of the city. Museums with art and air condition. And here to our right is a building with art and air condition called the 𝗙𝐴 Western Art Museum. That's the 𝗙𝐴 Western Art Museum for the last 10 years with Western art. But that building's been there for over 100 years. And it's haunted. That's a haunted museum. A lot of fantasmas, muchos ghosties. But they don't tell you that when you buy a museum ticket. You have to find that out on a boat with a girl that's poquito loca en la cabeza. Just a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy. But if I'm a little bit crazy, this bridge above is big crazy, big loco. This bridge has never had welding, like I've never had a license to drive a boat. And this has been here since 1890. That's 1890, big loco. This bridge has never had welding. It's just the same nuts, bolts, and rivets since the year 1890. The newest thing on the bridge above you is that pigeon poop. But the craziest thing above you is that bridge. There are 5 of them. There are 5 bridges downtown that don't have welding. And now you don't know where the other 4 are. That might give you some nightmares in your 𝗙𝗶𝗶𝗶 tonight. 5 sketchy bridges, that's right, 5, cinco. But if you're in love tonight, go to your right. Here to our right is where we have romance, love, amor. Here to our right is Wedding Island. That's where, no joke, we give a kiss, a besito. And I think that guy's gonna get lucky tonight. That's right, más suerte here in San Antonio. That's right, más suerte, más suerte. We do have romantic bridges on the tour. This ain't one of them. This is the bridge covered with little tiny white spider eggs, and this is as fast as my boat can go. It's kind of slow, 𝗙𝗵𝐴. But 300 years ago in San Antonio, we didn't have a bridge with spider eggs. 300 years ago, we didn't have any bridges. If you lived here 300 years ago and wanted to walk across this river, you wanted to get wet. Just a little bit. You didn't want to walk across a river that's 25 feet deep, because that's called swimming. Where you walk across back then and today is right here. Right here is only 2 feet deep. This is only 2 feet of water, that's it. 300 years ago, they called this area Old Mill Crossing. This is the only place to cross on foot, on a horse, or inside a wagon. And ladies, you can imagine yourself coming here every day 300 years ago to do your laundry in the river. That didn't take me long to imagine, because I did laundry today. Nothing much has changed. Nothing much has changed. But be careful with your neck. Be careful with your back. Built in 1929. That's our first town. And if you see any of those 17 heads, faces, cabezas, you can see why I don't want to kiss them. Those are not Brad Pitt. Those are some que feo faces on a building. Ugly, ugly mugs called masks. And not just heads on a building, there's monsters too. Monsters. Now the monsters are on the top of the tower life, and they're called gargoyles and grotesque. And they are gross, grotesque, 𝗙𝐴𝐡. But if you want to see monsters, if you want to see them, look behind the boat, and on the top of the tower life are gargoyles and grotesque. Yuck. I don't like them. I don't like monsters, I don't like ghosts. This is the state of Texas. Operational since 1897. And that's where we get paid for jury duty, $10 a day. And the parking is $20. They don't validate. But we just went through a floodgate. And as we went to the right, we're now in the flood prevention channel. This is the first man-made section of the river. Down below you, this is 10 feet deep. This is the deepest part of your tour. If we went the other way, behind us, that's the way to 𝐚𝐭𝐜. And I know that's where we want to go. But where we want to go is a big no-no. Behind us, about 200 yards back, there's a 15-foot drop-off on the river. It's like a waterfall that just goes 15 feet straight down. And I'm going to go over that waterfall with this boat on my last day of work. Probably full throttle, right? Full throttle. Love in the form of locks. Amor. Yes, that's our Locks of Love bridge here in San Antonio since 2012. That's the Bushman right there. He's looking good today. Looking good in blue. Looking good in blue. Hey guys. Well, that's where if you're in love in San Antonio, you go to Home Depot and get yourself a lock. Then go to that bridge and lock your love forever and throw your key into the river forever to keep your love. We keep the keys. We don't clean the river here. We keep the love. We keep those locks. And my love is up there since high school. I get goosebumps when I say this. I'm in love with the same man since 1998. I love Brad Pitt. We do call him here 𝗙señor 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶. That's what we call him here, 𝗙señor 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶. But I don't want to brag about Brad. I want to brag about this bridge above you. This bridge above you 5 years ago cost $2 million. Yes, and my mouth opened just like that when I found out that 2 years ago. Yes, $2 million, that's crazy. Woo! Now, in between some trees, it's kind of hard to see, but up there is San Fernando Cathedral. That's where tonight they're going to have a laser show, a free laser show from 9 to 10 p.m. at San Fernando since 1731. But tonight they're going to have a laser show from 9 to 10. That's right. Straight ahead of us is the tallest tree on the Riverwalk. It's a cypress, over 100 feet tall. We've been calling that the 𝗦𝐴𝐴 tree since 1835. It's named after one of our heroes of the Texas Revolution, 𝗦𝐴𝐴, who died crossing this river in 1835. We remember him by naming him that. Only clean the river of cell phones. That's the only 2 reasons that gate goes down, only 2. We are back into 3 feet of water. But most likely on a Sunday night, if you see somebody fall in the river, please tell them to stand up and walk out. It's only 3 to 4 feet deep. I think they got it. And where a lot of people fall in the river is over here to our right. The day after Prohibition ended. Somehow, some way, they were fully stocked with alcohol back then like they are today. Somehow, some way, in 1933. We're going to see another one of our boat loading locations for a narrated tour. There are 3 loading locations. There are 5 boat designs and 5 boat colors. You're on the teal boat and you're on the theater in the 1920s, but now tonight that's a famous concert hall. That's where a lot of musicians, a lot of comedians perform, the Aztec. And we've got some more history to our right. That building that's right on the street is the 𝗦𝐴𝐴 right now. But if you know Pancho Villa, if you know Teddy Roosevelt, and if you know all the Allies during World War I, that's where they got their saddles made. This is what was called the Frank L. Salary Company from 1901 to 1912. Some more love. Ow! This is our Miss Jennifer. That's where she sat on a bridge in the movie Selena and had a kiss, a besito. And that's where you need to have a kiss, a besito on a bridge, and take a picture too. It's a tradition here in San Antonio since 1997. Ow! That's right. Now here tonight to our left-hand side, that's my favorite hotel on the river. It's the 𝗦𝐴𝐴 I love it because I love these balconies. Now it's a hotel. That building right now is called Holiday Inn Express. And they don't tell you that on TripAdvisor or when you check in, honey. You gotta find out on the special boat, this local boat right here. Now looking up to our left-hand side, don't hurt your neck, don't hurt your back, but that's an optical illusion. That's the only optical illusion in San Antonio that I know of. It's where a building here on the river looks like a straight-up lab. It doesn't even look like a building at all. It looks like a lab. Years ago, and she is still alive and kicking it today. Rebecca Burnett was born in that hospital closed in 2019. So what are they going to do with a creepy old hospital building? They're not going to turn it into a hotel. What's worse is they're going to turn it into apartments. And that means somebody here actually has to live permanently in an old creepy hospital building. Not me. I'm not going to sign that lease. That's creepy. That's creepy. Straight ahead is the building of 16 floors. No shadow shall ever fall on the Alamo. The Alamo is the #1 attraction here in San Antonio, Texas. The #2 attraction in the city is me. The boat ride. And I love the boat ride too, don't you, don't you? Now here at Restaurant Row, the bars are going to jam out tonight till midnight. I'll tell you where to eat. Because obviously I'm eating since 1980. I do love my groceries, I love my yum-yums and my tum-tum. But here in Restaurant Row to our right, that is a casino club building. The casino club building above Saltgrass Steakhouse, up above, that used to be a country club. You remember those rich Germans that made money off of beer? That's where they... At number 2, it's a 7-year waiting list to get a 1-bedroom apartment inside that building. So yeah, you gotta wait 7 years to get inside a haunted apartment building? I don't think so. Not me, not me. Straight ahead, there's something painted enchilada red. Enchilada red is San Antonio's official color since the 80s. And what's enchilada? That's our Torch of Friendship statue painted enchilada. But every day to our right, behind these lovely people here to our right, is a statue of Robert H.H. Hugman. In real life, Mr. Hugman had a cute little mustache on his face. And Mr. Hugman also had arms, and the rest of his body parts too. But he was the architect of this Riverwalk for you. He's the one that made this beautiful for you. And he also made downtown San Antonio flood-proof with Noah's Ark. These are 1946. They're still owned by the same family since 1946. Amazing, amazing. It's our 𝗙𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴. We're going to leave 𝗙𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴 as we turn left, and we're also going to leave the natural river. So say goodbye. Bye-bye. We're going to get into the newest man-made section of the river. Down below, it's about 4 feet deep. Solid concrete below. Down below and all this ahead was made for a party. We like to party. If you were here yesterday, you saw we like to party. That's what you're about to see for a party. I do know we're a big city. I know how big we are because the census. The census announced last year that San Antonio was going to surpass the city of Philadelphia. And we have. We are now the 6th largest city in the nation in population. We are number 6. We are big. We are grandote. Tonight is very pretty, que linda. Keep on looking to our right, because you're going to see our second tower in the sky. Way up high here to our right-hand side is our Tower of the Americas. That was built for the World's Fair in 1968. I love that building. It's my favorite. I love the Tower of the Americas because it looks like a giant, huge churro with a donut on top. And I love donuts and churros. They are delicious, just like our pink. Because I think Christmas should be pink. And I also think I should have a pink boat. I should have a pink boat. I had a pink boat yesterday. Why don't I have one today? 4K. Well, there's my favorite building in the sky. Way up high here to our right-hand side is the Tower of the Americas, also known as the Hemisphere Tower. And also to our right is a new statue. That is Echemano carved by hand. And the Kardashian heads are huge. But I found out later that's the stargazer. In between her fingers, she's holding a star and a estrella, and she's looking at it. So mirando, that's our new girl. Visitor Mall. And I'll tell you all my favorite stories about James Avery jewelry. But if they're closed when you go inside, I gotta let the ladies know there's also JamesAvery.com. Yeah, I'm here for you. I am here to corrupt you. Like I said, I'm here to corrupt you. There's more than just shopping and dining. There's a little bit of entertainment here too. There's an IMAX AMC for a late night movie, and the Dave & Buster's at this mall is open till 4 feet tall, and it comes with a strap-on harness. You want to strap that margarita to yourself, like it's your baby, because you don't want to drop your baby, you don't want to spill your baby, you want to keep your baby safe. Where's that big baby? I see a lot of people are interested. I see a lot of people might be in the river later. But where's that big drink? It's at a religious ride. Right now you can see that I did not get lost. Just like I promised you. I promised you I wasn't going to get lost, and you all survived my ride. But even though you survived this ride, I am still going to call you my victims. You might be a victim if you have to listen to me talk about history. You might be a victim. So victims, stay seated. I'm going to park the boat over here to our left. Hope you like the spiel from your girl behind the wheel. Just in San Antonio, we accept the new event. Skeet, skirt. Skeet, skirt. Stay seated. I'm going to go tie down the boat.
रिवर वॉक का गाइडेड टूर एंड हो गया, अब यहाँ वॉक करते हैं। वही स्पॉट है जहाँ से हमने स्टार्ट किया था।